The moment you drop beneath the surface in Bahamas, you realize this isn't just another dive. This is a hunt for underwater giants, record-breaking fish, and the kind of ocean stories you only get when everything goes right and wrong at the same time. From shallow shipwrecks packed with life to deep ledges hiding trophy groupers, this episode takes you straight into the heart of spearfishing adventure, wild chases, close calls with sharks, and an unforgettable island cook-up that turns a day's catch into a full-blown seafood showdown. Join us as we dive deeper into the Bahamian blue, chasing fish that could flirt with world records while soaking in one of the most beautiful marine environments on Earth. Following on from the last episode, we're finally dialed in with our new gear and ready to target some seriously delicious species. Huge thanks to the legends diving with us today, Ryan M. and Nick Bailey, especially Nick, who was nearly bitten by a shark last episode. So make sure you check out their channels too. With that said, it's time to get straight into the action as a dark shadow in the shallows reveals a small shipwreck, the perfect nursery for all kinds of fish. The wreck is absolutely teeming with life, but something doesn't belong here: lionfish. Back home in Australia, we love seeing them, but in the Bahamas, they're an invasive pest. So this one's coming home for dinner. We push out into deeper water searching for bigger fish, and I drop next to a promising ledge. It's incredible how much life these small ledges can hold, from big fish to lobster hiding in the cracks. A quick flick of sand off the bottom often brings curious fish straight in, and before long the boys spot a big CUA tucked deep inside a tiny pothole. I load the spear and dive down, peering under the ledge to find not only some beautiful crayfish, but also the fish we're after, a solid black grouper sitting right at the back of the cave. It's tight, awkward, and there's barely room to aim, but sometimes you just have to send it and hope for the best. With the boys right there to help, we somehow managed to wrestle the fish free, landing my first black grouper, and ticking off one of the most sought-after species in the Bahamas. It's not a monster, but it's the perfect eating size, and moments like this are exactly why diving with a good mate makes all the difference. With instructions to bring home plenty of fish to feed everyone back on the island, the hunt continues. A Nassau grouper appears, but then something bigger steals our attention: a massive CUA snapper lurking nearby. What follows is a 30-minute game of underwater cat and mouse as the fish moves between reef systems, always just out of range. Eventually, it tucks itself under a ledge, tail barely visible, and that's our chance. One clean shot later, the chase is over, and we're staring at an absolute beauty of a snapper, the kind of fish that makes every drop worth it. Between dives, we explore massive underwater caves, and deep inside one of them, I spot what looks like the king of lobsters. Crawling carefully to the back, I grab hold of a giant, bright red and orange specimen unlike anything I've ever seen. As epic as it is, we learn it's not lobster season. So back it goes, perfectly intact, a reminder that sometimes the best catch is the one you leave behind. Then things really escalate. We jump into a new spot, and there, sitting boldly on the sand, is a giant grouper. I take the shot, but the fish rips the spear from my hands and bolts into a hole. What follows is pure chaos, adrenaline pumping, until the fish finally comes out, and it's massive. There's immediate talk of world records, especially with Ryan on board, who once held a record for the species. Whether or not it officially counts, it's easily one of the biggest groupers any of us have ever seen, and a once-in-a-lifetime catch. As the day rolls on, we tick off more species, including yellowjack and perfectly sized conch, being careful to release the smaller ones. With the sun dropping, it's time to head back and fire up the beach kitchen. Fires are lit, conch is cracked open the traditional way, and first-timers are initiated with the infamous conch pistol. Raw, fresh, and surprisingly delicious. It's a true taste of the ocean. We slow-cook fish over hot coals using green branches to keep it perfectly elevated, while each crew prepares their own dish. Hogfish straight on the fire, raw conch salad cured in citrus, and crispy grouper nuggets. As if that was enough, the episode shifts gears to another insane adventure, this time in Indonesia. A massive wahoo is landed and chopped in the water to attract even bigger predators. And while the plan works, it draws in sharks behaving in ways you rarely see here due to heavy fishing pressure. The reason becomes clear when we visit a remote island guarded by a military base. With permission from the commander, on the condition we catch enough fish to feed his troops, we dive untouched waters packed with fearless groupers, dogtooth tuna, Spanish mackerel, GTs, and more. Massive fish are landed, shared, and eventually hauled up a sheer cliff using a pulley system, making this one of the most unique fish donations you'll ever see. Back on the beach, the final taste test begins. Hogfish is rich and clean. Conch salad is tender and bursting with flavor, and the grouper nuggets are pure comfort food. There's no clear winner, just a dead heat and an epic seafood buffet shared among friends after an unforgettable day in the water. From record-breaking fish and shark encounters to remote islands and beachside feasts, this episode is everything spearfishing adventure is about, and we're stoked to have you along for the ride.